Hello, welcome to the Cadaver, where I do a personal review of my own opinion of a game. So today I'm going to be doing Call of Duty Ghosts. It came out like a week ago. So I played enough to where I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good opinion about it. So I'm going to start with campaign, because that's usually what I start with, I believe. So in there, the storyline, first of all, it's a little bit confusing on when exactly it is, because I'm not entirely sure if it's like the future, like an alternate universe, that kind of thing. Not entirely sure. Although then again, I may have had it hidden in text somewhere that I didn't see. But anyways, so that's a little bit confusing, and so therefore I would like kind of say a little bit badly on that. The ending was kind of crap. Although it did set it up for a next game, but I didn't like it. So overall, this is the storyline part of it. Out of 10, I'd probably rate it like maybe a 5. Because it was a little bit different than how Call of Duty usually is. Just a tad bit. For it to be a different game. But it's still the basic where you're just kind of hunting down one guy. But I'm not going to spoil anything just in case you haven't played it yet. So then, let's see, what should I do next? Let's go with music. Music, I feel like I'm playing Modern Warfare 2, to be honest, just a little bit. So it's kind of like the same music that they've had. It's kind of less different than the music between Black Ops 1 and 2, if you want to have like a reference. Because they actually did change a little bit. This, I feel like I'm playing MW2 sometimes. Same with how it plays. It just like MW2. It's kind of like they reverted back from MW3 to that and just kind of stuck with it. However, I'm just going to go and put this here just so I don't forget it. I don't usually look at graphics, but in my opinion, when they've had the same graphics for, I want to say, 5 years? They've had the exact same graphics. This is the exact same graphics as Modern Warfare 2. I don't remember about Modern Warfare 1. I haven't played that in quite a while. If I remember correctly, they boosted up the graphics a bit. But this is just the same graphics, in my opinion. So I would actually rate that kind of low. Just because of that. Although I don't usually look at that. Then I'm going to put multiplayer last because that's what people would hate me most for. Extinction, my opinion, that's just their version of zombies. It's like how Infinity Ward wants to make zombies. I love it though. It's like my favorite mode out of anything. I like it more than zombies. But I can go into this. Oh, actually I forgot to mention, in campaign, there were a couple parts that made me rather angry. Like, let's see, there's a part where you're underwater and you can actually fire a gun that works. Whenever usually, like, if you fire a gun underwater, the bullet would like dissipate into nothing within the first foot. But somehow they've magically made it to where the bullet can go, like 15 feet at least before dissipating. Which I don't know how, but they did. So, and then space, I actually did an entirely different video about that if you'd like to look at it. But let me just say, in space, no one can hear you make physics happen. Just to let you know. Extinction, I love it. It has aliens. I love aliens. It has objectives, unlike zombies, which is I actually like. And it has like a money system. You can say, oh, this is how much I love it. I am prestige level 1, rank 7. So, anyways, you can have like, all this stuff that you can have. You can have you can actually have relics, like how on Halo you have skulls to make things harder for yourself for some reason. I don't know why people do this, but you actually get stuff for this. So you can just kind of go through here. You can pause it wherever you like if you want to read it. You get these, so you get like minigun, grenade turret, riot shield, grenade launcher, and another minigun, but this one's more portable. And then you get the little drone thing, sentry gun, predator missile type thing. That's what I call it. It's called Trinity Rocket. I don't know why they changed the name, but I prefer Predator Missile. It's funner. it's a piece of crap, even in multiplayer. But I'll get to that. Mortars. So as you can see, you can do all this amazing stuff that you can get, all these varieties of things, and this is the most helpful of all. Just a suggestion. And so, actually, I was going to show off this. And like, you get classes to where you can have like focus on bullets, health. You can use like a drill to progress through. That's for that. Then you can like for helping your allies. And I did a video of me playing through a game of that. So out of all, I would say that's pretty good. It could be a bit better. So I'd rate it like out of 10. I rate it like an 8 or a 9, maybe like an 8.5. Because there is some room for improvement, like a bit more variety. Like they could add like maybe 2 maps to begin with, because that would have been better. Because they make it to where it's like if you go in custom match and you go game setup, all you can do is that, which I don't really like. And then you can like, if you want to go to public, you can choose extinction, and then the only thing you can choose is point of contact. And it makes it look like there'd be more, but it's not. Which I know they're gonna have that in updates, but it just kind of annoys me a little bit that they'd make it look like that. And it's like nearly impossible to get through. Well, then again, anyways, my suggestion to you is play with your friends, not online, because people don't know what they're doing, like usual. So let's go to multiplayer. And the reason I didn't spend so much time on campaign is because usually that's just a tiny bit, in case you're wondering. Just a tiny bit of anything. So on multiplayer, I'm just going to say this, exactly the same as it's always been since they started changing in MW2. So, except for the exception of the class system. So you have like your squad, so you can have like the different squad members, and so you can like change their outfit. And I'm going to put the same head for online, but so then you can get these separate loadouts for each one, and so like you can choose one squad member to play as through it, which is kind of weird, because like you may forget to change it back or something, and you'll just like doom yourself. But then you have like all these subclasses, and then you can choose like the class that you want them to use whenever you say go into squads mode, which I'll explain a little bit later, because I do that with multiplayer. And then the challenge things, I don't like how they did this at first, because it's like super confusing for me, because I don't like having where it's like, because if you look down the bottom of the screen, you see back, get new operations, and you don't see anything else. And so that confused me, because I didn't know you could press A and get more, and that you can like say press A on that one and have it be the one that's highlighted right there. Yeah, I never saw that because it doesn't explain it. So it just kind of bugs me. So they need to fix that if they would. And then the clan stuff can't really do too much, and they're not actually bringing the clans from Black Ops 2 into this, which kind of also bugs me. So yeah, just a little bit. So like I said, multiplayer is the same as always. You always get killed from behind constantly, at least for me. And then people will take your stuff whenever you've spent so hard to get, like, I've only gotten a Maniac, I think. It's like a Juggernaut thing. It's the first assault, highest thing you can get. I've gotten that twice. First time I got it just because I was camping it up like crazy. And second time I got it and someone killed me as soon as I called it in and took it, because, you know, that's all people can do, is they just take other things. Take other people's stuff. So then you have squads, which I actually do like that they did, which is like, it's kind of like combat training on Black Ops, but you can actually rank up your stuff. So if I go into war game here, I can choose the difficulty I want to be on, which I usually just have on recruit. Then I can train soldier, and then you can go through, and then here, this guy, they will be an AI. They'll just run around like just an AI would. And you can go through and change like what their weapons will be. And that little symbol next to the loadout, the little weapon with the shield behind it, that means that's what they're going to use when they're in battle. So I can like choose that one for their loadout with that one. So I'm going to have them be to begin with. So then, like, since they have a sniper, they'll actually try and snipe. They won't just run up into combat. They'll actually try and stay back a little bit. And see, this character here probably just running guns blazing because he has an LMG. And he'll just shoot at everything. And oddly enough, this LMG has a grenade launcher on the bottom, but no grenade launcher is usable unless you have that separate attachment, which is kind of annoying for me. Because it's like, well, why do you have the grenade launcher on there if you can't use it? At least change the aesthetics of it. Now, what I do like though is they did change the rat shield up a bit, so you can have like these little attachments on it. It's kind of neat. But I don't like how they got rid of the bouncing Bettys. Those are my favorite things of all time, to be honest. Yeah, I miss those. Anyways, and they did add other things. Actually, I don't even know how. Oh yeah, I slowed it. Never mind. I didn't even read that. Now I do love the perk system. They did upgrade that. That's really the only thing I truly do like about it, that they've done about the multiplayer. So you can have like 10 perk slots, and like these only take up 1 slot, so you can have like 10 of these, which there's not 10 of them. So you can have like all the ones that only cost 1, and like 1 or 2 of the number 2s. So you can just kind of run off those. And there's a lot more, but the perks do a lot less for you than they did before, so you have like combine more to get the same effect. So that's kind of how that is. So multiplayer, I'd probably give it like, well, how about this? Multiplayer I'm going to do separate from squads, because they technically are a little bit different, just enough. So multiplayer, I'd give it like a 2 out of 10, just because it's the same as always. But just that the 2, I would say 1, but seeing as they did change the class system a little bit, and I do like how they did that, I would give it that point. Squads, I would give it like a 5, because I actually do like it, and that's like all I play. The only reason I ever play multiplayer is either just unlock stuff, or because it's double XP, and you do get a little bit more XP from that, it seems. So yeah, there's that. So if I kind of combine it all together, I'll probably give this game probably a 4. If I'd have to say 4 out of 10, in my own opinion. Seeing as it does have extinction. If it didn't have that, I'd give it like, I'll just say it's not even worth getting. I'll just say it's like a 2. It's not even worth it at all. But it is sort of worth your time if you're like me and you like the extinction. But the other stuff is just kind of pointless. And then if you're also like me, your friends are going to want you to play multiplayer when all you really want to play is extinction or squads. So yeah, you have a tough time with that then. So anyways, and then we just go ahead and add this at the end, because it is the end pretty much. And there's a lot of things about like if Battlefield 4 is better than Ghosts, and if you're going by that, which you probably are, you're probably like looking up stuff about Ghosts and Battlefield 4 to see which one's better. My opinion, I would get Battlefield 4, but wait, because they rushed it too much. So like if you want a game right now that would work fine, I would get Ghost. It works fine, it's just not very fun in the long term. The campaign is okay. It has a variation that Infinity Ward usually gives, but if you're also like me and you know quite a bit about space physics, one of the levels you're just going to want to pretty much kill whoever designed that level. So yeah, like I said, go back and watch that video. I have it on my channel. I think it's called like COD Ghosts, my opinion on space combat, something like that. So yeah, go ahead and watch that. See me be angry at that and try to contain my anger at the same time. Now they did have one good thing about it, but you can watch that. So anyways, yeah, I'd say get this if you want something that works now. And then, but if you want something that's really fun, that will work eventually in the long term, whenever you get like 10 gigabytes worth of updates, then get Battlefield 4. Just an overall, I'd get that anyways, because by the time you watch this, they may have already updated it. So yeah. So this time on the outro, I'm going to add a little bit more. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and keep in mind that this is a review that's not really an in-depth review. It's more of just how I would see it, and how I see it just kind of overall, because I don't go into little tiny bits like the voice acting or whatever. I don't care about voice acting unless it's like the worst voice acting I've ever heard, because I tend not to notice it very much, because I'm just more into the storyline itself, not really how people can act. And then it's also not really about like how many glitches there are, how many bugs or whatever, like just how overall messed up it is. Not really about that, or like how, I don't know, how just overall fun it is to play. except for like in the terms of Call of Duty. For me, that's actually a big factor because there is quite a bit of a difference between different ones, believe it or not. So yeah, so keep that in mind. It's not really supposed to be an in-depth. It's just more of an overall what I would see, because I don't really notice all that much in-depth about things. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.